what I've witnessed in organizations where there's been high degrees of uncertainty, or in times like, in eras like we experienced, certainly in the times of the pandemic, high degrees of uncertainty. I think one of the best examples I've seen in business was, and it was something I read, I didn't actually experience it myself, but was that, there was always a Thanksgiving Day parade, and vendors along the streets of this Thanksgiving Day parade would always see it as like this was what drove business into their stores. And so then the parade got rerouted and it wasn't coming past their locations anymore. And a lot of the retailers, put their head down and had a woe is me, and that level of how am I ever going to get people to come back in? This was the way everybody saw what I did. And, in those times, what's interesting to see is that, so in that example, there was, a couple of stores that kind of would do pop-ups where the parade was. Like they would just take it and look at it and say, okay, this changed. And I have a ton of anxiety or uncertainty around the change, but what is it that can then trigger that we could possibly create that will still allow us to be successful? And I think what you see in the race in Eco Challenge is like the majority of teams quit because they can no longer function as a team collectively to try and keep working towards a finish line that they feel they won't reach. And where you saw successful teams in that race is where they're capable of, like, I've mentioned it, but expanding the conversation. When we're under pressure, and it's a scientific component of performance, but we actually, our pupils get small and we drill down into single ideas that we think might help. And so knowing that, and we knew that going into it as a team, just from sports psychology and stuff, is that you have to literally think about your peripheral vision and what's not directly in your sight. And leaders, teams that are capable of saying, okay, in this period of we've never experienced this situation before, have no idea what we're going to do. If they don't kind of broaden and look into their peripheral vision and say, okay, so what opportunity is there here for us in any capacity? Where do we pivot? Where do we look? How do we solve for this? And our team, one of the things we did was we had a component of our problem-solving process where it was just about any idea, just throwing any idea at it, and then slowly getting through and like the actual physical nature of how you're talking starts to change. Because at first you're just so distraught over the fact that you can't figure this out. And then you just start throwing ideas in and you start kind of having this sense of, okay, maybe we can do this. Maybe we can solve this. Let's take this. Let's work with this. And eventually, whether it's the right idea or not, and often what we found was it wasn't originally the right idea, but at least gets you moving in a direction of feeling that, okay, we've got a possible solution. We're going to move in this direction. And then you kind of let it evolve by people, injecting and moving it along. And so sometimes getting out of that inertia and just into the state of that there's a possible solution, it really is the trigger to, dealing with that much uncertainty.